here we have the shower head. Very nifty water pick shower head that we're going to use. And then these are some of the sample tiles that I was thinking about putting into, embedding into that curb. This is the sample of the stuff that we actually bought. But we also have some other very nifty tiles that I bought along the way, tile samples and such. This is sort of a lighter blue that I think is very pretty. And Jack is helping. Are you helping? And this is what I think is a really beautiful accent tile. Just like a sort of iridescent metallic dark green, which is very pretty. Let's see, this is a sample of the stuff we got. A random toy that Jack is very interested in. Is this your toy? You play with that for a little bit? Okay, we can play with that for a little bit. Let's see. And then we also have this slate, which is what I really wanted to use for the flooring, but I decided that the cork would be more sustainable, and it's a little bit less expensive, I think. Some of the other tile samples that we got that we could use pieces of for the embedding. This is a recycled green glass tile with a nice variation to it. All of these have, including the one that we got, have this mesh backing, which should make it easier to put in. And then this is a stone that is much more formal than I would ever want for, flooring, but it might, pieces of that might make great accent. Now, this was my favorite of all of the things that we probably bought of all total. But Andrew was not crazy about the feel of it. I think this would be a beautiful trim tile, like on that curb, if we, do concrete and then do sort of this pebble. It's also backed with the mesh, and I just think it's fabulous. This is a very pretty color that I kind of wish we'd gone with for the main tile, the field tile in the shower. It's the same, it's a non-stick, it's all recycled glass. Jack likes it very much. So some other accent tiles that we have are this little metal one. I was very curious about these metal tiles, but they're very expensive to use. But they would be good maybe for the floors of those little niches, to make some flat surface. And this beautiful sort of beach glass looking one I think is just gorgeous. And then we have a translucent. So all those I think would be very pretty embedded in the curb or in those, and Jack clearly enjoys the tile, approves. This is a 4x4 version of the same thing. Oh, are you helping? This is the non-stick version of this same stuff. So you can see we got a lot of these samples from the same place. They were very good to do work with. And then just a few more. This is another recycled glass. Those are very lovely. And a couple more. You can sort of see that I have kind of a thing for these same colors because all my samples are very, very similar, which is kind of weird that I went with this dark blue or bright dark blue. I don't know. I have little notes from you in the same box. There's my craft paper. Oh, and Dr. Phil. Oh, and my mouse pad. Look at that. Look at all the things you find. So anyway, these are the tiles that I think I would like to see incorporated into these curbs and these sort of horizontal places where we don't necessarily want to put this butting up, at a right angle to other mesh. I think our contractor's concern was that this kind of an angle, if you have this coming up the side of the shower, oh, you're helping, aren't you? And this on a horizontal surface, that these would have a tendency to put stress and fracture on each other. So I'm thinking if we come up the side with this, and then this surface is kind of a poured concrete layer, then we can embed some pretty tiles into that, give it a little contrast, and use some of these more expensive tiles that we, just have a few of. And we also have a couple of plain subway tiles too, white subway tiles that we could use.